Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. We are here back again. আমরা আবারও ফিরে এসেছি আপনাদের সাথে আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচারকে ইংলিশ স্পিকিং প্র্যাকটিস করানোর জন্য। সো আমরা এই লাইভটি প্রতিনিয়ত করে থাকি শুধুমাত্র আপনাদের জন্য, যাতে আপনারা ফ্রিতে আপনাদের ইংলিশ স্পিকিং স্কিলকে আরো ডেভেলপ করতে পারেন, আরো ব্রাশ আপ করতে পারেন আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচারের মাধ্যমে। তিনি অনেক সহায়তা করে আমাদের গেস্টদেরকে, যাতে তারা কথা বলতে পারে খুব স্বাচ্ছন্দ্যভাবে, এবং তিনি একেবারে আইএলটিএস স্পিকিং যেভাবে কন্ডাক্ট করা হয় ওভাবেই তিনি চেষ্টা করেন আমাদের গেস্টদের সাথে আইএলটিএস স্পিকিংটা কন্ডাক্ট করার আমাদের লাইভের মাধ্যমে। সো আপনারা যদি জয়েন করতে চান, আমি আপনাদেরকে কমেন্টসে লিংকটা দিয়ে দিচ্ছি। আপনারা এই লিংকটা কপি করে আপনাদের ব্রাউজারে অথবা ক্রোমে যদি পোস্ট করেন, লিংকটা যদি এন্টার করেন ওয়েব অ্যাড্রেসের জায়গায়, তাহলে এই লিংকটা সরাসরি আপনাদেরকে আমাদের লাইভে নিয়ে আসবে। সো আপনারা যদি চান তাহলে এই লিংকটাতে এন্টার করার মাধ্যমে আমাদের লাইভে জয়েন করতে পারেন এবং ফ্রিতে আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচারের সাথে ইংরেজি স্পিকিং প্র্যাকটিস করতে পারেন। এতে করে আপনার উচ্চারণ এবং আপনার ইংরেজিতে যদি কোনো ক্ষেত্র বিশেষে আরো কাজ করা দরকার, তাও আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচার বলে দিবেন, এবং আপনি আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচারের সাথে কথা বলার মাধ্যমে চেক করতে পারবেন আপনি কতখানি উন্নতি করেছেন আপনার স্পিকিং স্কিলে। সো শুরু করা যাক আজকের স্পিকিং সেশন। সো হ্যালো মিস্টার রিচার্ড, হাউ আর ইউ?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you very much. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Okay, good
It's
morning.
always a
It's
pleasure.
like afternoon here.
Okay, so good afternoon there. It's always a
Okay.
pleasure to say hello and to
Yeah,
join you on our live chats. I
yeah.
really enjoy them. It's very good. I enjoy it a
We
lot.
also enjoy a lot having you here with us.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm sure it'll be a good day and
Yeah,
we'll see who joins us. It'd be really good if somebody could join us and want to chat and talk to us. That would be fantastic.
yeah. We we hope that someone will try to join with us.
Okay, that will be great. It's always good to help somebody or to speak to somebody else and find out
Yeah,
what's going on in their life,
yeah.
as well as our own, which is always good.
Okay. So আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচার কিছু স্পেসিফিক সাবজেক্টের উপরে কথা বলবেন, তার ইন্টারেস্ট সম্পর্কে, তার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স সম্পর্কে বলবেন, এবং আপনারাও যদি চান আপনারাও জয়েন করে আপনারাও সেই টপিকগুলোর উপরে আমাদের ব্রিটিশ টিচারের সাথে কথা বলতে পারেন। এবং আপনাদের যদি পছন্দের কোনো টপিক থাকে, তাও আপনারা কমেন্ট সেকশনে আমাদেরকে জানাতে পারেন, আমরা সেই টপিকের উপরে কথা বলবো। সো শুরু করা যাক। সো Richard, what is the first topic that you're going to talk about today?
I'm talking about someone that I admire,
Okay,
and the reasons
sounds interesting.
and the reasons why I admire them and stuff like that. So, okay, so the person I admire, or one of the people I admire, this person I admire because of how they started and where they are now. So, and that person is Alan Sugar.
Okay,
I don't know
what
if
does
anybody
he
knows
do?
him. So, Alan Sugar is an entrepreneur. He also is on the television program The Apprentice, where 16 hopeful candidates try and go through a process of becoming his next business partner with a business plan of trying to pitch to Alan Sugar after going through all these stages to have a 50-50 investment in their business. And obviously, Alan and his team help him or her to get to do what they need to do, and everything. All the 16 episodes or so are all televised on one of the TV channels here, and everybody can see what they do, and you watch them go through all the tasks, and you see who makes the most money on each task and who gets voted off or who gets fired by Alan Sugar, and then it's down to the last a couple of people, and he makes a decision who will be his business partner, and they go off and make money together and see what happens. But what he originally did, so many years ago, because he's an old man now, he started selling car accessories from the boot of his car. So he decided that school and education wasn't for him, and he decided that he was really upset and didn't like the fact that his father was working so many hours for so little return in terms of salary, that he decided that he didn't want to be like that, and he wanted to try and get some a job or do something that would make him money. So he went to a wholesaler, bought some car parts like windscreen wipers and stuff like that, and sold them out the boot of his car.
Okay.
After a year of doing this,
Hmm.
he told his father to leave the place he was working and come work for him, because he was doing so well. And then he met somebody in the late 70s who was very good at computing, and they both worked together in a company called Amstrad, which
Okay.
produced computers, hi-fis, and that grew exponentially and became very, very successful. And then as things progressed, Alan um, changed. He closed the business down and went into property, and became very successful at property in the sort of mid to late 80s. And he's now doing The Apprentice, and obviously has other business interests. And today he's worth 1.4 billion pounds.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, from nothing. He has a massive boat. He has a lovely house, lovely
He's
car.
basically a businessman, right?
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur. He's a very successful entrepreneur. He's a bit like Richard Branson. He's another person that's very good at what he does as well. He didn't like school either, and he set up Virgin Records, doesn't he say, or the Virgin
That's
Empire?
great.
Yeah, so I really admire him because he decided to change his life, and the only person that can change anybody's life is yourself. It's whoever looks
Yes.
back at you in the mirror. So
He's the true example of it.
a true example, he saw a situation, he didn't want to be in it, and he did something about it. So he's done it, and he's continuing to do it, and he's he's successful, and now he enjoys his life a bit more, I think. But when you have that entrepreneurial spirit, I think that you can't get away from working, and I think you just need to you got to have your fingers in many pies, as they say, to keep that interest in your grey cells ticking over, to make sure that
Yeah,
you're not getting stagnant in your business empire. So that's
that's great.
he's an amazing person to admire. I mean, similar to Richard Branson. I mean, they're both in the same ilk. They've both started with nothing, and they've both got successful businesses, and keep developing or keep moving the goalposts. So, like Richard Branson has just done Virgin Atlantic, the new cruise liner he's just launched. So, and he's doing obviously space. He's just amazing as well.
That's great. Looks like he's your inspiration as well.
Oh yeah, I quite like to take things from him and do things. Get inspired from him. Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes I procrastinate too much, which means I think about it and do nothing. But it's very hard to break that. It's good.
Okay. So it was really nice knowing about your admired person. Okay. So we really enjoyed it. So
Oh,
what
good.
is the
I'm glad.
next thing you want to talk about?
Okay, so the next topic is about someone older who's taught me a skill.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about my grandma. So my
Oh, so cute.
uh, so
Great that you still remember her. Like,
oh
is
no,
she alive?
no, she's not alive. No. She died a long time ago. But she sort of gave me my passion for baking cakes and
Oh,
trying to go into the kitchen because she was an amazing baker. I mean, she was an amazing cook, but she was a great baker as well. And every time I would come home from school when I was younger, not much younger, but younger, um, she'd be there cooking or baking in her dressing gown, and she'd
Oh,
be making all the the cakes and stuff. And I was very interested in what she was doing, so I used to put my bag down and stand next to her or stand on the chair because I was very small then, and watch her do it.
such a
And
cute memory.
yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. I always remember it. And she always told me, well, she showed me everything she did, and she made some amazing cakes. But one thing stood out in my mind that I really love, and it's a biscuit she made called a stuffed monkey.
Okay, is it like stuffed chocolate?
No.
Then what is it stuffed
Okay.
inside?
Okay. So what you do, I'll tell you how to make it, and then you'll be able to
You're
see how
sharing a
excited.
recipe with us.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm so
well,
excited.
I'm just going to tell you what the general things. I'm not going to tell you how many grams and everything besides, you know. So,
I'll figure it out. You tell me the
yeah,
ingredients.
okay, no worries. You're on. So, you make a pastry, yep, and then you roll it out into a long, thin, well, into about a 4-inch wide strip.
Okay.
Yeah, so long.
The sheets, the baking
Yeah,
sheets, right?
sheets. Well, no,
Yeah.
sort of long like this. Not this big,
Okay.
this wide, but long. Yeah. In a row. Then what you do is you get two of those. Mhm. Then you put punch holes in it with a fork to
Okay.
let the air. Then you cover it in jam,
Okay. What like which flavor jam?
uh, whichever flavor you like. I usually use strawberry or raspberry because
Okay,
I
you like
find
these the
well,
most.
I think they're the best when you do cooking.
Okay.
I think, and you
How about blueberry?
well, you could use blueberry. You could use whatever you like.
Okay.
But the
Then
difference with blueberry is when I tell you there's one of the ingredients, it might not go as well. So hang fire on the blueberry until you know the rest of the ingredients. So
okay.
jam, then some desiccated coconut. So that's dried
Okay.
coconut. Yeah, put all over it.
Powder. Coconut
Yeah.
powder.
Or coconut flakes, very
Okay,
fine,
flakes. I
very fine.
really like them. Like I have them here.
Yeah, but very fine. It's like a slither, like a desiccated. It's like how can you? Very
Like
tiny.
rose petals.
No, less, much thinner. So it's
Okay,
like
thinner than that.
yeah, really teeny pieces, very tiny
Okay.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, small
And we-
square pieces, right?
no, it's
Okay.
more like grains of rice size pieces of
Okay,
coconut.
that's really small.
Yeah,
I got it.
sprinkle that. Then some raisins or sultanas, dependent on what you prefer, and do that. Then you get the other piece of the pastry and you put it on top, and then you make sure there's no
Gap.
holes. No gaps or holes, and you knead them together at the edges, and then you cut them into this size type of biscuit.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like
and
wow.
then you put them in the oven until they go hard, and inside is all soft and gooey. And you bring them out and you eat them, and it's fantastic. And
Like,
that
you
is,
know,
and she
after
taught me that.
hearing from you, I'm feeling like I'm having like water in my mouth. I
Yeah.
already want to try this.
Honestly, every time I think about them, it just brings back memories and the taste and how soft they are when you press the bottom of the biscuit and how crispy the top is. And when you bite into it, you get those tastes, and it's very nice. I
That's
have,
heavenly for sure.
oh, it's amazing. It's very, very heavenly. It's very, very
You still
tasty,
remember the
filling.
taste of it, right?
Oh no,
Clearly.
because I cook them still. We still make
Oh,
them.
wow. You still make them.
Yeah, and there's a place. One of my friends owns a deli down the road, and they have them specially made by not these, a different version,
Hmm.
and they have them made professionally in the kitchen. but they're very
Oh,
small. They're like this big by this big, very narrow by this
thick.
big. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like just a couple of bites, and they roll them like a Swiss roll. So the raisins and the jam and everything's rolled inside this little biscuit. Um, and they're nice as well, but nowhere near as nice as the big one.
Yeah.
It's no comparison. It's a
Okay.
very, very good, very tasty. So,
Yeah, like
uh, so my grandma taught me how to do that, and ever since, I've always been interested in baking. And
hmm.
since lockdown, you know, when we were in lockdown with COVID, and we were all working from home and everything, so um,
You made it every day?
no, I didn't make it every day. I used to make a different thing every week, and
Okay.
I got all of my friends and all my partner's friends to try it to see if it was tasty, if they liked it. And I've had a few um, orders for some of my produce. So I've had some orders
Wow.
for upside down apple cake,
Okay. That's
a
nice.
rhubarb and ginger cake.
Like you're so good at baking.
No, I just like it. And then when I was
Since
really ill,
people are ordering from you, so it must be taste
yeah,
good, you know.
it
That's
does
for
taste good.
sure.
And when I was ill, and just come out of hospital, well, when I came out of hospital for after a while, um, it was the one thing I wanted to carry on doing. So I had to try and stand and bake, but it was very difficult initially after I was ill. Um, but yes, it's a thing that I really enjoy.
Okay,
It's
that's
amazing.
really nice. Like,
Yeah, I really love it.
okay.
Okay, so
Thank
what do
you
you
for
like?
sharing the like valuable recipe with us.
What do you like to? Do you like to bake, or do you like to? Uh,
Yeah,
what do you like to bake? What do you like to?
only chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big time chocolate cake lover. So
Yeah.
whenever I get free time, I try to bake chocolate cake, like filled with chocolate ganache and frosting. Like I love it. That's how
Oh
I
wow.
I was like so fat. That is the reason.
Yeah.
Now I don't eat it that much.
I don't eat chocolate whatsoever, but I understand. When I was younger, I did.
Hmm.
My grandma, she says, oh, "I'll make you a chocolate cake," and I said, "Oh, okay. This sounds
Like you
delicious."
like it a lot, right?
I
Chocolate cake,
like it, but
even
I
now.
don't. Yeah, but I don't eat it now. I can't eat it now, so I just can't eat it. Um,
Okay.
so my grandma says, right, this is what you do, and she says you just make a chocolate cake. So she got a chocolate cake mix, made it, baked it, so it came out like chocolate colored cake. And I said, but that's boring. And she goes, aha,
Yeah.
wait. So she
Yeah.
got, Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate.
Okay.
Do you know the bars of chocolate?
Yeah, obviously. I
Yeah.
like
She
love them.
so she used to melt 2 of the kilogram bars over water,
It's
and
really
then
less expensive in your country, I guess.
oh yeah, and then she'd cut the cake in half, and she'd put a layer of the chocolate in the middle.
Chocolate
Put,
ganache,
no,
that's called.
melted, just the melted chocolate, not a
Okay.
ganache. She just melt the chocolate and put that in the middle, put the other bit on top, and then just poured the rest of the chocolate over the top so it was really thick, the crust,
Wow.
and then she'd put
I
it in the
have to make it today. Like, why are
ah,
you even
it's
talking
amazing.
about it?
And then she'd put it in the fridge, and it had come out all misshapen because it was running and everything.
Yeah,
And you'd hit it, and it was like solid chocolate, and it was
it gets hardened.
absolutely oh yeah, it was absolutely delicious. But I don't eat
Oh my
chocolate cake
God.
anymore. So no.
I have to bake it by today, no matter what.
Yeah, no,
I'll
it's amazing.
sacrifice the diet today. Like you reminded me of like chocolate cake. Oh my God.
That is an amazing recipe. So because it's proper chocolate, it's Cadbury's chocolate. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
it's
as
really
nice with cooking.
expensive here.
Yeah, it's not as nice with cooking chocolate. So if you just buy normal generic cooking chocolate, it's not great.
Even those are very expensive here.
Oh wow! How much is a bar?
Chocolate is a luxury product here.
How much is a bar of chocolate there? In
Okay. Um, I can't calculate in case of pounds, but like here, one
I'll
bar
tell you.
of chocolate is like at least 350 taka.
And 350 taka. Hang on, let me just see if I've got Bangladesh on here. The Bangladesh taka. Okay, how many? 350.
Yeah, 350 taka. So it's like 3 pounds, I guess.
£3 11 pence. Yes,
Yeah, okay, it's not like that much according to your currency, but
it is.
here it's like, uh, okay, it's like if you spend 350 pounds on a chocolate, can you like imagine that? It's like
No.
the same here, like 350
Oh
taka
wow.
is amounted to 350 pounds here.
Oh my gosh, that is mad.
Yeah, that
Wow.
is mad. It's
How
luxury.
how much is a bag of crisps?
A packet of crisp, okay, if they're like, like domestic product, it won't cost much. It will be like 10 taka, which will be like point 5 cent, like point 0.5 pound, something like that.
Okay, okay, cool.
Okay,
All
it
right.
won't be that much expensive. But if
Ah,
it's like, like a crisp which is like came from abroad, or a brand that is not like domestic, it's an international brand, so it will cost much, like the chocolate bar.
wow, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Okay, cool. Excellent. That's good. Still thinking about chocolate cake and stuffed monkeys. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I have to like spend money today because I have to eat that.
It's
Okay.
really worth it, honestly. It's the best thing, especially when it comes out the fridge, all hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the stuffed monkeys, they're really nice as well because they're good to take. They're good to share with friends or bring them into work and have them in the office for everybody to share. They're really nice. It's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't share with anyone. I will
Ah.
eat it alone.
Oh dear.
I'm a sweet tooth lover, so yeah, I
Okay.
won't share it with
So
anyone.
you could make two batches, one for you and one for
I
everybody
will
else.
then I will have both of them. I
Yeah.
will still not share.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so moving on to the next topic. Okay, so um, my dream car or favorite car. Describe my favorite car. Well, my dream car. Now, out of all the cars in the world, there's there's two types of car that I really want. The if money was no object and I could choose a car, it would be the Bentley Continental GT coupe. So it's a very, very big and very, very expensive car. And I can't hear you. There's no sound coming. You're on mute for me.
So I was saying that Bentley is also my favorite car,
Oh,
one of my
really?
favorite cars. Yeah,
Yeah,
even the dashboards are so huge, like
yeah. The
so
steering,
luxurious looking. I
the
really like
steering
it.
wheel's big. The seats are big. The car is big.
Yeah,
Fits
even
the
the
road.
front design is so royal. Like,
And
wow,
yeah, I
I
like it
love
a
it.
lot. I like it a lot. It's one of the best cars to look at. It's great to look at, and I've always
Yeah.
wanted one. But they're very, very expensive, and there's no way I'd ever be able to afford it. But I
Oh, don't
enjoy.
say that. One day you will be. I
Yeah,
hope
one
so.
day maybe, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the reason why I like it is because it's made by Bentley, so it's all handmade and hand finished. You can add extras in that you'd like them to do. So which type of leather for the seats, any little extras in the side of the in the door. There's an umbrella that goes into the door, and as you open the door and it's raining, you can take it out and put it up. These little touches are very, very nice. Um, the only problem is that if you have a luxury car, the best thing to do is to sit in the back and have somebody else drive
Okay. Why?
because that's why they're so luxurious. They they cater for the passenger to sit and be driven. And so there's all the extras in the back, like there's a drinks cabinet, there's, you could have a TV, you could have a snack bar, you have a massage in the seat. These are
Oh
the
my
things that
God. You're
these are
taking it to the next level.
these are the things that you would do as a passenger in a luxury car. Whereas as the
Yeah.
driver, you need to be focusing on the road, and it needs to be comfortable, but you don't get the massive benefit from it. But if you've got a GT, a coupe GT, then you've got some of that power and the noise from the engine, which is what drivers like to hear. So this is the car I would get if money was no object. If
Okay,
I
how much difference of the pricing between Tesla and Bentley in your country?
well,
Which one's more expensive?
a Bentley by hand and feet by double at least.
Okay, double than Tesla, right?
Well, a Tesla here costs the first model, the Tesla 3, costs about 70 to 80,000 pounds.
How much about the autopilot mode that it has now?
So
Like
it's the
someone
same
doesn't
price.
have to drive it, like it
Yeah,
drives auto.
yeah, it's the same. It's on the basic model because
Okay.
my friend has it. You still
Oh,
have
that's nice.
to be there, and because when we drove it down the motorway, it sometimes asks you to correct the steering, but it does drive it, and you can talk and not worry about the road. Um,
How much
but
is the chances of accident in case of
um,
autopilot mode?
I think it's quite high still. I don't think
That's
they've
risky.
I don't think they've actually really ironed it out as yet. I'm not sure, they might have done, but I know that there was a case in America where it didn't pick up that somebody was a person and they thought it was just rubbish, and the car or the van hit this person. So it's still, I think they've got better, but I'm not so sure it's 100% yet. I mean, I'm sure eventually it will be, and I know that Elon Musk is extraordinarily clever and smart and has a great team behind him of very talented people. So I'm sure it'll be all ironed out shortly. And
They'll sort it out.
yeah, and I think Tesla's going to be the only company, or Tesla will soon be generating billions and billions of pounds for Elon
Yeah,
Musk.
it's really famous, like
Yeah.
globally.
Oh yeah, I mean he has some great statements he uses, and he's done a lot of great things. His space travel and stuff is fantastic, as well as his automobile industry that
Okay,
he's
does
generated.
Tesla cars which have like that autopilot mode,
Yeah,
like okay, the drivers can drive the car whenever they want, or it just drives automatically on that mode?
it drives automatically, but the driver can stop it and take over all the time.
Yeah,
And
they can
yeah,
also control it like manually, right?
yeah. I
That's
mean,
great.
a lot of cars today have a speed control. So what you can do is just put that on, and you can take your feet off the accelerator, and all you have to do is steer, and it'll stay at the same speed. You don't have to
Yeah,
worry about that. So cars today can do that. So it gives you a bit of rest, from pushing the accelerator if you're in an automatic or changing gear in a manual. But to be fully automated is Tesla's. I think it's a great thing for them. But I wouldn't
it's
want
a
that.
great innovation.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want that unless I was having a meeting on the road, which would be good. You'd be able to have a van. You'd be able to you'd be able to drive, pick up your client, and then put it into auto drive, then go into the middle of the van, turn the chairs around, have a table, have the meeting while you're driving somewhere, and then or driving around, and then come back, drop your client off, and then carry on to where you need to go. So you're maximizing all your productivity and efficiency by
Yeah,
having the meeting while you're driving.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, it's a great innovation
I think that would
in
be
this
fantastic.
world now.
Oh yeah, brilliant. And then the car that if the car that I want, that I don't there's no rhyme or reason why I want this. It's just something from very small boy since I saw war movies with the Americans, and they had
Okay.
their Jeep in those basic green Jeeps, that I really want a Wrangler Jeep. A Wrangler
Okay.
Jeep, a modern version. I've always wanted one. They're not great. They're pretty good, but not fantastic. But I definitely want one because to me that is the Jeep. It was the reason why it was so successful. The American Jeep was because it was very basic. There was an engine, drive shaft, and that was it. And that's why it never broke down. It was always reliable, and it's progressed over the years since the Second World War. So, as well as the Toyota F40, which is another Jeep that was made similar. That hasn't developed now. I mean, it's gone into different things. It's a totally new Jeep, whereas the Wrangler still kept its similar shape and similar look. But both of them were fantastic, and I just so desperately would like one to drive around in. It doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be. It can be as old as anything. But as long as it's a Wrangler Jeep, I'll be very happy to have one.
Okay. Okay, tell me about something that which brand of car is the most inexpensive, you know, cheap in your country?
Cheap. Don't think there
Which is
is
the
such a.
most affordable brand?
Um, wow, I would say a Citroen C1 maybe,
Okay.
which is quite a small car. A Peugeot 106 is quite small
Okay.
and cheap. Um,
How about BMW?
a
Is
BMW are
that is
they're
okay.
expensive. They're
Oh,
expensive cars. Yeah, yeah.
Mustang?
Mustang very expensive. But it all
Okay.
depends. If you want a brand new Mustang, then yeah, they're great. 5 liter engine, fantastic. Drinks petrol, looks good, amazing. A big muscle car. However, the 1967 or the 1966 Mustang, the old ones, now they're
They
the
are
best.
also very classy.
They are amazing. They are the best cars to have. They are. That is one of the best cars to have. Um, in the film Bullet with Steve, what's his name? Paul Newman. With Paul Newman, amazing when he drove that car in that. Fantastic.
Okay, how about Toyota? Like,
Yeah, Toyota. Anything Japanese is very reliable, as is anything German. So
okay.
I
Is
think
that
that
expensive in your country?
yeah, Toyotas aren't as expensive as a BMW or an
What?
Audi. Yeah, but Toyota is quite expensive. Yeah,
Really? Like Toyota is, affordable here.
yeah. I mean, it's affordable, but it's not as. I mean, there's other cars you could get that are less, which are much cheaper.
Yeah. I guess it's because of the shipping charge. Like Japan is in Asia. So it doesn't cost much
Well,
in case of
they make them here in the UK, so they have a
oh,
they have a factory here. So a lot of the
manufacturers are
yeah they
from
have
UK.
well they have a lot of factories in the country where they want to distribute. So it cuts down on the cost, so it makes it more affordable. But it's still classed as a good brand to have. So that's why it stays expensive, and also depends on demand and supply. So
Yeah, demand and supply is a big thing here.
yeah, well, it's anywhere. I mean, it makes businesses successful or not. You
Yeah.
know, you could have the best car in the world and the cheapest, and it looks amazing, and it drives amazing, but if nobody wants to buy it, then there's no point.
Yeah.
Or you sell it for £1,000 and your costs are 1,001, then you're losing money on every car you sell. So
Yeah, actually.
it's got to fit a lot of things. It's got to fit a lot of markers before it can go out there and be successful.
Okay, which one do you prefer more? Like motorbike or car?
A car every time. Motorbikes. The only motorbike I would consider buying, and I'd only do it if I knew that it'd be a lot safer to drive, would be a Harley Davidson. and I would drive it across the country, and well, maybe not here. I'd do it somewhere hot, and it'd be just great to hang out in all the stops along the way where bikers could go. That would be nice. But I would prefer to have a car all the time. Car much better.
Yeah, obviously. It's
Yeah.
very convenient to move from here and there.
Okay. Do you have a car in where you are?
Not that rich yet.
Yet, but I'm sure you will.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. I guess I can make it if I work hard for like at least 5 to 7 years. Then I guess I can surely make it.
I'm sure you'll
Fingers
do it.
crossed.
I'm sure you'll do it before. And if you leave Bangladesh and move somewhere else to a different country to pursue your career, your salary will grow as well, so you'd be able to afford it.
Keep me in your prayers.
Yeah,
Okay. So, do you own a car?
I do. Yes,
Which one? Tell me about it.
I have a Mini Cooper.
Okay, Mini Cooper is a luxury here.
Yeah, I have a Mini Cooper 4 door. Oh well, 5 door, 4 door, and a boot.
Which
Uh,
color?
it's in metallic silver and black.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah,
really nice.
it's nice. It's before that I had a Mazda 6 sports car, so it was
Wow.
yeah.
Seems like you're passionate about cars.
No, I like cars, but as I've got older, the sports car thing is less of importance to
Your
more of
preferences changed.
yeah. My preference has changed to be able to go somewhere in comfort and go there nicely and not have to get in and out of a sports car. I drove a BMW Z3
Oh,
for I had two, so I drove for about 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and
okay.
honestly, they were the worst cars. Well, I mean, they were great fun for short distances, but driving anywhere like over 2 hour, over an hour and a half or 2 hours, they're not great to be in, you know. And you can't get a lot in them. So, say you went away for the weekend, you'd have one bag, and that
Okay,
would
do
be
you
it.
like driving or you want driver to drive you to a place?
Oh no, I love driving. I like to drive.
Okay,
Yeah, I love
that's
doing long
nice.
journeys. I don't mind driving at any time of the day, any time in the evening. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I love it.
Okay, you always drive, like whenever you're going somewhere, or there is
Most
someone who else also drives for
no,
you.
most of the time I drive. Sarah, she has her own car and she drives her car to work every day. Um,
Your
and
wife.
yeah, well, partner, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so she does that. Sometimes she drives my car when we go out, but yeah, mostly I like to drive, so it's I drive wherever we go.
Okay, that's nice. Good
It's
to know
good.
that you have a partner. Got
Yeah.
to know you a little bit more today.
There you
Okay. So I guess that's it for today.
go.
We
Okay.
can continue the rest the next day.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, it's really fun to talk to you.
And you too. I really enjoy it.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a huge compliment for me that an international citizen likes to talk to me. I'm really blessed.
It's good.
Okay. সো আজকের জন্য এতটুকুই। আশা করি আপনাদের ভালো লেগেছে আমাদের লাইভটি। আমরা আজ খুব আনন্দের সাথে গল্প করলাম এবং আমরা খুব এনজয় করে কথাবার্তা বললাম। আপনারাও যদি চান আপনারাও আমাদের লাইভে জয়েন করতে পারেন। সো আবারও দেখা হবে আপনাদের সাথে অনেক শীঘ্রই। আমাদের পেজে চোখ রাখবেন। আমরা ইভেন্টের মাধ্যমে আপনাদেরকে জানিয়ে দিব যে আমরা কখন লাইভে আসবো। সো ততদিন ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন এবং আপনাদের সবার সাথে আবার দেখা হবে। Take care, Richard. See you soon.
Bye. See you soon.
Okay.